Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and knowledge, welcome to a one-of-a-kind experience that will take you on a captivating journey beyond our world. Today, we have a special treat for you as we sit down with the renowned Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier. Prepare yourself for a rapid-fire question and answer session that delves into the depths of cosmic wisdom and unveils the mysteries of the universe. As always, please remember to like this video and share it with your friends and family. That way, it gets seen by more truth seekers. So, without further ado, here are today's rapid-fire questions and answers.
Hi Alex, do we still need to turn behind us rather than walk into the light ahead once we move from this incarnation to avoid the loop? Has the trap ended? You mentioned you would ask the A's if this coil had indeed been dissolved. Thank you.
The forced reincarnational cycle, the recycling of souls in here, that has ended. That has officially ended. So you can go to the light or you can turn around. Either way, it does not matter. All you have to do is intend where you want to go. And you have to understand, once you leave the physical body, you have a clarity of knowledge that is very, very difficult in the physical body because of the limitations of the body, number one, and the third strand of DNA being turned off. So the minute you actually leave your physical body, there are many things that are clear, and you will have guides that you've always had who will be there to assist you. You may even have family members who come to greet you and say, hey, we're going to take you home, or, we're all waiting for you before we all go home. Many people who are having near-death experiences are now talking about how different this is. And if you go back to the earlier books in the 50s and 60s and 70s, even the 80s, the experiences they had and the experiences that NDE people are having now, it's very different. But you will have a choice. You will have the opportunity to come back if you want, or you can move forward and move on.
Is there a relevancy to the negative blood being anything special regarding ETs? I have A- blood and I have siblings with O- blood. We are of British origin with English, Irish and Scottish lineage.
The answer, that's a great question, and the answer to that is no. It doesn't matter. Um, the the bloodlines is only from very specific star systems. That doesn't mean you're negative field or that you ever were. Many of these star systems that we now would consider regressive, they weren't always regressive. And it just means that you've incarnated as a soul into a particular bloodline or physicality that has those particular traits. Doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything regarding who you are as a soul. I it's my understanding that many of us have we have incarnated into many very different physical forms, whether on Earth or another, in order to experience physicality in that type of form. Some of us have been aquatic. Some of us have been reptilian. Some of us have been something that would resemble a Wookiee. Some of us have been like a Sasquatch type of a being. Some of us have been human. Some of us have been half human, half aquatic. And some of us have been plasma. Some of us have been helium, a helium physicality. Some have been other things that we don't even know about on this planet. So it's all about the experience. It's all about the experience. Your last lifetime, you may have been O positive, or AB positive, or AB negative. You know, it doesn't mean that you are negative field or positive field. What it means is you had a specific intent in incarnating into a specific physicality and a specific bloodline. That's all it means. Okay? It's an experience. You know, you can read about learning how to swim. Okay? You can read about it and then jump in the water and you're going to drown. But if you learn how to swim, you read the book and then you learn how to swim, then you know how to swim. And then you know how to teach others how to swim. And that only comes with experience. So it's all good, guys. It's all good. You know, we all have walked on both sides. All of us. We have all experienced both sides. And for someone to say, well, no, I never have. Well, you have. You can't know the dark without knowing the light. And you can't know the light without knowing the dark. It's all about perspective and it's all about negative field. If you didn't know both, you would never know where the balance is. And the balance is what we all seek. All right? Your decisions can be clearly positive field, but what you seek in any physical form is the balance. Any physical form. Doesn't matter. Earth, alien, aquatic, it doesn't matter.
How does Revelation and the return of Christ factor into all of this? And or is that another timeline?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. And that's one of those thin ice questions. um, that's a real thin ice question. You know, I'm going to answer this question in this way. To our knowledge, the oldest Bible in existence is the Sinai Bible, and it's at a monastery in Egypt, and it was compiled 500 A.D. The British Museum is deciphering it and is posting it up on their website, each chapter um, as it's reinterpreted. To this date, when you compare that with the King James Version of the Bible, there are now over 15,000 major discrepancies between the oldest one in existence and what is now. Those 15,000 discrepancies between the two books are because both books, which are supposed to represent um, something, tell very different stories. They are very, very different versions. And it clearly shows that the oldest one, or the one that we currently have now, has been edited, 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 and edited. Entire phrases, words, meanings, deletions have been removed. So, now that you know that, you have to ask yourself, why would it be edited if it was the Word of God? And if it is the Word of God, which God? Is it the Creator, the generator of dimensions, or is it of an ET God? And I'm not being sacrilegious in asking this. We have to ask these questions. We absolutely have to ask these questions. Because we're talking about the history of Earth, which involves all of the above. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave it there because I just don't want to get into it. Jesus did live. However, his true story, we do not know. We have not been given. And a contemporary of his, who was Simon of Syria, also was real. He was also called Christ. And then there is Rabbi Roy, R-O-I. And the thing that makes him very interesting is that Rome wrote several edicts telling the Roman army in Judea and other places that if they ever came across anything written by him, they were to destroy it immediately. Why? Why this guy, this Rabbi Roy, R-O-I? It's an intriguing question. So there's a lot of the history we don't know because they burned it, they destroyed it, or it was just rewritten out of the narrative in the false history that we have been taught. In other words, there are far more questions than there are answers.
Forgetting the Earth situation for a minute, is there something newsworthy going on in our galaxy at the moment you could share?
In our galaxy, wow, that's a big place. The shutting down of the Orion AI mechanism is being pursued with great vigor. In shutting that down, it will free all consciousness in our galaxy and possibly certain outer solar systems in the Andromedan galaxy as well. So that is being pursued, and it's being pursued by forces in our own galaxy, benevolent forces, and also in partnership with several very advanced civilizations in the Andromedan galaxy. That's noteworthy. The capture, and I know Elena Danan has talked about this, the capture of certain beings. It was a lot of that had to do with their access to the AI system. It needs to be destroyed. It needs to be taken down. And no semblance of it whatsoever should ever exist ever again. Um, it will also free uh, races in Orion as well as some reptilian races as well. It'll free them all in Alpha Draconis, Butes, and the Orion system. It will free all those people too, all those beings as well by taking down the system. So they're literally doing everyone a favor. What the end result of that is, we're not sure. We're not sure. That is something that is happening in real time now as we speak. What the end result looks like uh, is only being theorized at this particular time. But once it's down, then we will know. Then we will immediately begin to see um, what these other races, who these other races will be once they're not controlled and manipulated like we have been. So, but you have to understand that these particular other races are behind the regressive lines. Okay, so we don't have a lot of access to that information now. That's behind regressive lines. The idea is to take down the centerpiece of the regressive empire, which is this AI system. And then the whole thing collapses. Now, does that make them all benevolent? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. You're going to have your assholes. You always do. But it'll be interesting to see how the mass population of those particular star systems will react without the mind control and manipulation. Just like us, just like the other systems that have been freed. You know?
Do each of us have DNA from 22 ET races? How old or young are we really?
Um, I would say that the only exception to that might be the reptilian royal lines on the planet. They tend to only breed within inside them or their own selves, within their own families. I don't know that they have the 22 races. Now, how old is humanity itself? 21 million years. Okay? The whole 25,000 year thing, that's all crap. That was all rewritten history. That's the abridged version. That's the Orion abridged version of our history. Humanity's been at least on this planet 25 million years in different forms, but nonetheless, as we know ourselves today. How old are we as souls? Absolutely no clue. You know, uh, if we came into this universe with Creator, uh, how old's the universe? How old is it actually? And then you have to add on top of that, because we were outside before we came in, which means we were existing on the outside, probably in another universe. Maybe we thought this would be a great adventure to start another universe and come in and go through the dimensions, or go through the dimensions up, or come through them down and then go back up. I don't know. I don't have those answers. But technically, as far as the age of our souls, I would say eternity. That's our age, is eternity.
Hi, Alex. Could you please advise us on how we can find out about our star families, star systems that we originate from. I do feel very close to and drawn to the A's. That is how I found you 2.5 years ago. Thanks.
I don't know the answer to that question, and I'm asked it a lot. I simply don't know. Um, if I hadn't had the physical experiences I've had, I don't know that I would know. Where my last extraterrestrial lineage or soul group came from. There are folks who at night, when they're asleep, they're dreaming. And if the dreams are in color, they're astral traveling. And many of them find themselves on ships or in classrooms being taught very specific things. They recall going through space to starships where they're meeting people there that they know who are working on the starships. And they're going to classes and they're sharing and they're being taught things. And then when they come back into their bodies, they remember very, very specific things. But then there are other pieces that they know that are missing. I have no doubt that those are actual out of body experiences and that you're going somewhere. I also would suspect that it's very possible that you are meeting, in some cases, versions of yourself from the future that are here to assist you. And what I tell them all is that if you can remember when you're in this space, to ask them, where am I from? Why can't I remember? Can you tell me, where I'm from, and what is my relationship to you on the ship, to the people on the ship? You probably get your answers. Now, whether or not you remember it when you came back, I don't know. But those who can remember or be aware of the fact that they're in the dream, when you get to that place where you realize, okay, I'm in this dream. I'm consciously in the moment in my dream or my experience. You then have the ability to control your movements and what you're doing. And you can control the outcomes of a lot of things as well. One of the most powerful things about being in that space also is that when you are in that space and you intend something that you want down here on earth, it's incredibly powerful to be able to do that. Because when you're in that space, your body and your subconscious are back on earth in your bed or on your couch, sleep. You, the soul, are here. You have no encumbrances at all on what it is you want to intend, because your subconscious is back in the body and it's not here telling you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, you don't deserve that. Oh, that's foolish, or that's stupid, or I'm being selfish. You don't have it there, to talk you out of it. You're clear. You have a direct link to source, to the universe about what it is you want. If you find yourself in that place, then you intend what you want. And ladies and gentlemen, magic happens. Magic happens. It do. It do.
Hi, Alex. Will we be given technology to heal our land, our food sources, so we can have healthy food again?
Yes, absolutely. I talked about that, and I do not remember what webinar that was. Um, the ETs have had lots of experience in assisting with environmental situations and conditions. That technology, if it hasn't already been given to our military or Space Force, will be. There is also a very specific mineral that, when put into the water and dragged by a ship, and you pulse it with a very specific harmonic frequency, what it does is it deep de-energizes toxins in the water. In other words, this frequency through this mineral with this pulse does something to toxic particles, even radiation. And what it does is it completely neutralizes it. And what it does is it falls to the bottom of the ocean, where it begins to decay. It just becomes soil. It just goes away. That's huge. The same thing, the same mineral can be used in lakes, reservoirs, municipal city water supplies, etc. We have very limited amount of this mineral, and off the top of my head, I can't remember the name of it. In that specific webinar, I gave everyone the name of that mineral. I also shared with you that many of the moons that were brought into our solar system that are now part of Jupiter's orbital area, many of those moons have this mineral on it. That's why these moons were brought into our solar system in the last 3 years. And that's why they're there, is that so when we're ready, they will be moved into an orbit outside of Earth and Earth's moon, and we can begin to mine it in space and bring it back and start to help clean our environment. That's that element. There's also technology to clean the water, to regulate the weather and the atmosphere. You know, many of the space alliance groups that are here, they terraform planets. They know what they're doing. To us, it would be almost miraculous. But you see, they don't want to be worshipped. This is not the same bunch as the old days. Okay? These nations, these star nations that are here, they've been through a lot of shit as well by these same regressive races in the past. But they can relate to what we're going through because they've had to deal with shit too, such as the Orion Wars, the Black League units. You know, there's a lot of history in this galaxy, a lot of history that, of course, we don't know. I couldn't, I just wish I was 30 years old so that I will be here to see all these changes coming. But I couldn't be more excited, for the younger generations. The things that they're going to learn, the things that they're going to experience are going to be phenomenal. And I would give almost anything to be able to watch their faces of awe at the knowledge and the things that they're going to see joy, true joy, come out of these kids, to be so excited about what they're doing that they don't want to go to sleep. They want to just keep working. I'm talking about that kind of joy and excitement where they don't even want to go to sleep. They want to just keep learning. They don't even want to eat. They want to just keep learning. They want to just keep doing. That's what I'm talking about. And you know what? I'm not even going to try to convince you. All I'm going to say is wait and see. You just wait and see. You just wait and see. Okay? One morning we could wake up and everything has changed. I shit you not. And we're close. We are so close. We are.
There you have it, fellow truth seekers. An enlightening and exhilarating rapid-fire question and answer session with the remarkable Alex Collier, sharing his profound encounters with the benevolent Andromedan extraterrestrial beings. As we continue on our cosmic journey, let us embrace the wisdom of the Andromedans and carry their message of love, unity, and compassion with us. Together, we can create a world where humanity stands united, ready to embrace the wonders that await us in the vast expanse of the universe. If you found this rapid-fire question and answer session fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more captivating content like this. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. Until next time, may the stars guide you on your path of enlightenment and exploration, and remember to always seek knowledge and stay curious. If you would like to see Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier live via video stream, we host an online seminar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming online seminars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.